The Greek island of Crete has a mountainous landscape and is home to the Samaria Gorge, one of the longest and most dramatic in Europe. It's a very popular tourist attraction. The downward path is 18 kilometres long, descending 1,250 metres to the coast. The gorge can get very hot in the summer and is more enjoyable in spring or autumn. Many tour operators will organise a round trip from the main resorts on the island. We were staying in Plakias and travelled by bus across the island, along to Harnia, and then southwards and upwards through the village of Omalos to the start. After hiking down through the gorge to the sea at Aya Rumeli, a ferry took us to Horas of Achion, where the bus picked us up and returned us to Plakias.
Somewhat bleary-eyed, we boarded the bus at 6 in the morning. There was a welcome breakfast stop near the entrance to the National Park, and by 9 o'clock we'd bought our tickets and had started. We're just starting our descent down the gorge now, down the steep steps that make up the first part of it. It's a beautiful day. At first it can be a bit of a procession, but the crowds gradually thin out. It's best not to rush, but to amble down gently and enjoy the wonderful scenery. Marker stones tick off the distance as you descend. There are rest areas with fresh water every few kilometres, and if your knees give out, you can always hire a donkey. We're just at the church of Ios Nicholas. In spring, the river flows freely, and you cross it many times as you go on down. We've been going about 3 hours now, and we're just about halfway, coming up to Samaria village shortly. The old village of Samaria was finally abandoned in 1962 when the national park was established. It's a refuge now for the rare Cretan goat, or krikri. If you're lucky, you might see one or two in the village. A plant with a large smelly purple flower grows here. It's the dragon arum, or black lily. The smell of rotting meat attracts flies to the interior for pollination. There are some wonderful textures in the old rocks and trees. So we're just in Christos. We're about 2/3 of the way, over 11 kilometres. We're just having a break. After the Christos area, you approach the spectacular iron gates. Here the gorge is very narrow, with cliffs towering hundreds of metres upwards on either side. Finally you exit the park and walk the remaining 3 kilometres to the coast. We took 7 hours, arriving at the port at 4 in the afternoon, giving us time to rest and have a beer or two before catching the ferry. I can recommend the Samaria Gorge. It's a great day out.